Right, guys. Guys, let's get started putting something in my background. Can we start? Start. Please. We were doing something special for this year, which was saying I like, but it got postponed. Soon as world comes down, I know this is a hard year. School's getting canceled. But online classes is important. On Friday, May 22nd, I just know after I got my Virginia, Maryland book, I know it's a big success, but a book is going to be the best. So it's finally here today. Okay, it's honestly here. So we're going to do this right now. Guys, stop emailing right now. Doing this, I got something right here. Let's know. Okay. I know what's inside this book. Shake. Oh my gosh! Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. book. The best DK biography in the world. 'Cause they come earlier. That's the truth. This is the point. I know. So we're going to read this book right now. I know it has some... Oh my goodness. It's Martin Luther King Jr. giving his dream. Wow. Table of Contents and Martin Luther King Jr. The bus, even though it got on fire. Some people are protesting. Wow, that's a farm. A place where Jim Crow loves. The South was a problem after the war, but it's tough for the Civil War amendments to be enforced. Okay. You know who's that person? Guess, it's Abraham Lincoln. We know. The Emancipation Proclamation was his speeches. Okay. Insult. He was born here. This is his home in Alabama. This is what happens when Plessy versus Ferguson get divided. Yeah, there's an insult. But be respectful out there. This is Dexter Avenue Church. The Embassy Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. I know the first Confederate state capital. This is a man of the death of Jim Crow. You know sometimes the South must have defeated. Oh, it's hard, I know. Can't believe that we are no. Some people didn't want to play with Martin Luther Jr. because he was black. A white man didn't do it. Oh, no. That handsome young MLK. I know, he was young. This beautiful Montreal College. I know it's cost $9. Mahatma Gandhi showing his passion over resistance. Martin Luther King Jr. and Corey Scott King. You know that the South still allowed people to get married? But Jim Crow laws are a serious time. The Dexter Avenue Church. I know this is in Montgomery, Alabama, because it's where Jefferson Davis was inaugurated. Even though this, we're not talking about Confederacy on Martin Luther King Jr. book. Emmett Till. Yes, I know. I learned it in the PowerPoint. Brown versus Board of Education. If it's hard, I know. If 2020 can't make it all. Oh no, Rosa Parks got arrested. There's Rosa Parks, the best. That's the handwriting of the Montgomery bus boycott. Oh look, the Henry Ford Museum. It's a bus, Rosa Parks' bus. Better move on, Rosa Parks. Be a minister. Martin Luther King Jr. and 5 days after his home got bombed. Yoki and Korea and Martin Luther King Jr. had a baby girl. No. Martin Luther King Jr. in this building's in Atlanta, Georgia. And Martin Randolph. Yes, his appearances on a magazine like the supermodel. Following Gandhi's footsteps. Gandhi is the hero. You know, he got assassinated. He sacrificed our lives in India. Martin Luther King Jr. in this. He's different. A sit-in. I know, in sit-ins and the first thing that's the words of the lunch counter. We think of a guy. We think of equality and people lives with MLK when we think of someone. We think of people. We think of someone. That's King. Led his from jail. Wow. He sure was trying to stop this thing ever since 1877. Freedom Riders. That bus got smoke. Fighting for equality. John Lewis and JFK's brother. It's no, JFK is not in this book. Albany, Georgia, and MLK Jr.'s masters are brave. James Anderson, other people that know King. Wow, some people voted in South Carolina. You know, it was a slave state, but it got to defeat. In Oxford, Mississippi, where a church got bombed. Wow, Brigham, Alabama. I know he went to jail in Alabama. Don't mind me. This is him, the hearing to teachers in New York City, a rally. Wow, Bull Connor in this. Maybe I learned about that at home. Oh my goodness, I sure said it's great. And oh yeah, that's George Wallace. I bled for Alabama. Some people really say the KKK was a hatred time. I know. That's a protest of him. March on Washington, civil rights for my fathers. The March on Washington and King say, I have a dream that my only men were all equal. I have a dream. The support of this when he got Robert F. Kennedy, I know this. As Abraham Lincoln had 100 years with his Emancipation Proclamation in Gettysburg Address, he reminded people like Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln. But when in November, someone was shot in Dallas, it was John Kennedy. It was a tragic time, I know. King and Malcolm X, the heroes. It sure does. President Johnson signed this. King in Selma, Alabama, to March in Selma. A young man in Selma to Montgomery. Alabama is a state. Sweet home Alabama! Sweet home Alabama with the bridge. I said no civil rights, John Lewis. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When it's time, restraining order. Hi, shouldn't get restraining order. A restraining order is a legal order that keeps on situation. If it's me, I know restraining orders are bad. But literacy tests can stop. Martin and Korea's got King marching in a Selma to Montgomery. Wow, August 1975. No more literacy tests! Literacy tests are a pain in the butt. I know. No, you're talking about... Wow, James and Nerds, and I know I'm excited. No, this Black Panther, no, the movie. Wow, this is a thing. I know. Thurgood Marshall and Lyndon B. Johnson. Judge, here, I am Judge AC. Yes, I know Richmond had that back in January. This made Richmond, Virginia. There was a big rally. It happened in the Capitol. It broke our lives. King in Memphis. Lyndon B. Johnson, the best. That's the motel where he got assassinated. I know whose birthday was this when King got assassinated. It's Granny's birthday. One day was a sad time. Granny was sad when she turned 22. Do you remember Granny? She turned 22 when King got assassinated. I agree. Yep, I know. But we can know his conflict, but he is just because all his rights, but it was the guy named James Earl Ray got in trouble for doing something to a African American. I know James Earl Ray didn't like Martin Luther King Jr. So he sacrificed it. He wanted people to be equal, and I know they mixed. Look, wow, there are horses in that thing. It was Granny's 22nd birthday was a sad time. I agree. That person's name is Korea Scott King today. I know she died in 2006. This is something we shall go through. Atlanta, Georgia, and they're documenting. And no Atlanta. Those leaders knowing about King, because he once gave his speech, Congressman John Lewis, his victory. I know, that's the Civil Rights Memorial. I sure say, oh, they don't have the Martin Luther King Jr., but it was before the pretend that was in 2011? I know. Martin Luther King Jr. sacrifice. This is the good picture of King. He had the March on Washington. We can still remember his legacy that darkness cannot put out darkness, only light can do that. Whether darkness can put out darkness. I agree. Wow, it's sure a great timeline. There's even a picture of his house. I should go to Atlanta. I wish I can go to Atlanta. Okay, now I wish I was in Atlanta. So, is it? How do I feel on this book? Should it be neutral or neutral and success? One problem on this book should not be on the go because there's some skin tone people. This book has some race insults. Was it? Should we say? And it's still a success. I know I like those pictures. Wow. DK biographies can ship earlier. For like days. Not a holiday. I know Martin Luther King Jr. book is a success. Let's try some important heroes out. Going to my library to some books. Okay. George Washington for his defeat on the British at Yorktown, the Constitution as president, and of course the first president, even though he had a slave owning. Thomas Jefferson, Declaration of Independence, third president, Louisiana Purchase, Lewis and Clark, in keeping America neutral, just like this president, George Washington. You know he had a slave owning at Monticello, like George Washington at Mount Vernon. Of course, Abraham Lincoln for sacrifice for freeing the slaves with his emancipation and using the Gettysburg Address to understand the soldiers of the fallen battles. Abraham Lincoln is good. Harriet Tubman, the civil rights African American lady, because she was the lady. She was born as a slave, but there is something there are two suffragists. Who are they? I guess they're Susan. Let's look. Of course, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Case, they are ended. They're great. And those Martin Luther King Jr., Harry Tubman, civil rights for peace. He gave up, but he got arrested. Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King Jr. are important leaders. Cesar Chavez was a hero. Sometimes there was a strike for boycotting grapes in California. Cesar Chavez was a hero. He sacrificed it. And Susan B. Anthony, because she was the lady who made the right woman to vote, but she got arrested for voting for Ulysses S. Grant. Okay. Goodbye now. Going to call Granny on this and tell her about the next book. Goodbye. Be patient. Okay. A dream that everyone was alive. King Jr. Good book. Wow. This is a problem. Jim Crow laws weren't oh, right. Huh? Uh-oh! Stop! Gotcha! Whoa! I can't believe... Goodbye! Goodbye! Where is my face? Goodbye!